FNCS qualifiers are officially over, and we got to see some absolutely insanely big name teams dominate on both NA and EU. I'm also going to be going over every single big name team that was able to qualify, as well as all of the big name teams that were not able to qualify. Real quick, first to starts though, please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we are trying to hit 90,000 subscribers by the end of December. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. Without further ado though, let's get straight into this video, and let's talk about the Chapter 6 FNCS trials. Alright, so just a quick little explanation if you don't know how this works. Basically, the top 200 trios are going to be qualifying for Division 1, and then in Division 1, you will be playing in the Money Trio Cash Cups, and then the top 800 trios will qualify for Division 2, and then the teams in Division 2 and Division 3 are trying to get into Division 1 so they can play in the Money Cash Cups in the future. Let's start off with the team that was able to win NA today though, of Muzz, Clix, and Rise, getting 464 points in 7 games and winning 2 of them. Now this trio was so consistent today. They had an average placement of 3.4 and an average elims of 17. Now this trio got a 50 elimination win, then a 15 elimination win, a 14 elimination 6, 8 elimination 2nd, 14 elimination 4th, 9 elimination 7th, and a 9 elimination 3rd. The difference in the trio with Clix, Rise, and Muzz compared to whenever Clix and Rise were playing with like anybody else is basically night and day. This is the official trio that Clix should be sticking with, and these guys are already building up so much chemistry together. I saw so many people even like hating on Rise and everything like that, and in the last game he was able to solo clutch a top 3 to really help secure this win for them, and I think this trio really does just complement each other well. I would want to see them get a little bit more elims, but they are a high ground team and they're not really going for like super crazy frags. They're more of just like a consistent playing team, which is a very good play style to get like consistent top 5s in tournaments. But if we really want to see an FNCS win out of Clix here, I think they are just going to need a little bit more elims to really keep up with teams like Poyo, Bolton Rapid, and Peterbot, Cold, and Ritual. Second place though was Dash, Bryce, and Braids on 423 points. Third was Aoxy, Jojo, Fishy, and Pikes on 420. Fourth was Donnie and Lawrence on 415. And then in 5th place was actually Ritual, Cold, and Peterbot on 415 points in 9 games and winning 2 of them. Now this trio had an average placement of 13.2, but an average elims of 20.3. Now if you guys want to see the match history of a team that just absolutely psycho W keys everybody, this trio got a 43 elimination win, then a 10 elimination 17th, an 8 elimination 22nd, 56 elimination 2nd, 41 elimination win, 1 elimination 25th, 10 elimination 12th, 14 elimination 9th, and then a 0 elimination 30th in their very final game. If they didn't die off spawn the very final game, they definitely would have had a chance to win, but still 183 elims in the tournament for Cold, Peterbot, and Ritual was the most out of any team on both EU and NA. 6th place was a fake Aviv, 7th was Madden, 8th was Mew, 9th was Freeze, and then rounding out the top 10 was Rapid, Poyo, and Bolts, getting 394 points in 7 games and winning 1 of them. Now this trio had an average placement of 7.8 and an average elims of 20.8. They were absolutely fragging out as well. They got a 52 elimination 2nd, a 20 elimination 10th, 18 elimination 3rd, 6 elimination 17th, 23 elimination win, 26 elimination 2nd, and then they died off spawn in their very final game. So I think you guys can kind of just like see the difference between like these two trios compared to what I was talking about with like Clix earlier. I still do think all 3 of those teams are absolutely insane though. Remember though, this is still a top 200 format for teams that are going to be in Division 1. So some other big name teams that were able to qualify is like 12th place of Aviv, Skittles, and Chimp, 13th place of Noxy, Cooper, and Sphinx. We had Batman, Booga, Mason, and Yamzo in 17th, Adri's, Acorn, and Kanata in 46th, Bucky, Okus, and Craze in 50th, and then just barely being able to qualify is the trio of Reet, Booga, and Threats, finishing in 187th place. All right, let's move on to the Kinch stats of the winners of Rise, Clix, and Muzz. Starting off with Rise, he got 37 elims, 10,868 damage, and a 2.2 damage ratio. Honestly, very good stats from the IGL here. Moving on to Muzz, he got 46 elims, 12,992 damage, and a 2.65 damage ratio. Finally, going over to Clix, he had 36 elims, 11,900 damage, and a 2.4 damage ratio. So I'm not gonna lie, almost dead even stats for everybody except Muzz was able to get 10 more elims, but all their damage was very similar. Their damage ratios were very similar. It was just overall a very even tournament for all 3 of these players. Absolutely insanely entertaining tournament on NA, and let's move on to EU now. What year, what timeline, what did I just witness? We have just seen Mongrel, MrSavage, and Panzer win in the EU FNCS trial. Now, this trio didn't just win, they absolutely dominated the trial, winning by over 50 points. This trio got 496 points in 7 games and won 2 of them. But the most impressive thing to me is their average placement and average elims. This trio ended with a 2.7 average placement and an 18.8 average elims. Looking at their match history, it was a 57 elimination win, a 12 elimination third, 16 elimination second, 5 elimination third, 7 elimination third, 16 elimination sixth, and a 19 elimination win in the very final game to secure the FNCS Opens win. All right, now if you guys watch my Peterbot Peak series, I literally said in that video that I don't think this trio will ever be a top 10 trio in the world, and we still haven't seen a finals performance from them yet. But just going off of how they looked in Opens alone, they are already proving me very wrong, and I am not afraid to admit that. Huge shout out to Panzer as well. This kid is absolutely insane. Literally, like, nobody even knew who he was a couple of weeks ago, and now he is literally winning the biggest tournaments with Mongrel and MrSavage while being on stream. The blow up that this kid is about to have is going to be absolutely insane. Now, we all know how insane they did, but there was still a bunch of other pros that was able to qualify on EU, like Seti, Hari, and Cammy, finishing in second place, getting 443 points and winning 4 out of their 8 games. Obviously, this team has had so much controversy around them recently on should they even be allowed to play this FNCS, and well, I mean, they are, whether you like it or not, and they are still looking absolutely super dominant. Third place is arguably the best trio on EU of Vico, Vino, and Flixie, getting 433 points in 8 games and winning 1 of them. This trio had an average placement of 9.3 and an average elims of 20.8. They were just absolutely W king every single one of their lobbies. If you look at their match history, it was a 65 elimination win, then an 8 elimination 14th, 3 elimination 24th, 26 elimination second, 21 elimination second, 20 elimination second, 6 elimination 21st, and an 18 elimination 9th. So they did literally finish second place 3 games in a row, or they could have won half their games as well. I still do think this is the best team on EU, and I think especially once the finals roll around, we are really going to see some dominant performances out of this trio. Fourth place is Cringe Mappy and Della on 411. Fifth is Chap Chito Tini on 410. There was some controversy around this trio on are they going to stick together just because they like haven't looked super crazy recently, but still just constant top 5s out of this trio. Sixth place was Chris, Volko, and Skavi on 406. Seventh was Fant. Eighth was Carmi. Ninth was Pablo, Kira, and Bevies, and then rounding out the top 10 was actually iDrop, Trulex, and Tayson. Still though, like I said earlier, this is a top 200 qualify for Division 1. So some other big name teams that are going to be in Division 1 is trios like Yanis, Noah Riley, and Rezon in 14th, Nefrizzi, Vanya, and Pixie in 17th, the brand new trio. Swizzy, Queasy, and Merstash, another brand new trio, finished in 21st. Sky, Refsguard, and Scroll in 22nd. Ping Walks and Malibuka in 29th. A trio that has been a little bit quiet this season, but still was able to qualify for Division 1 of Tripper and Thomas HD and Ferdoxy in 36th. There was really only a couple of big name teams that really did struggle today, like the brand new trio of Vidil, Twy, and Moneymaker. This team finished in 1,190th place. Now, honestly, with this trio, they were kind of just formed last second, and all 3 of these players just got dropped from their original trios, and it was literally just like a last minute thing, and they decided to team up with each other. I also heard some rumors that Vidil tried to get onto the Mongrel and MrSavage trio like a couple hours before FNCS started, but MrSavage and Mongrel didn't want to snake Panzer for Vidil, and it looks like that was the correct decision for them to make. I don't think the trio of Vidil, Twy, and Moneymaker are going to stick. It really does suck though, because they're literally going to be in Division 3, so they're now going to have to play like the next like 2 weeks of cash cups just to try to get into Division 1 with a completely brand new trio, and their options are already very limited. It is going to be a very high uphill battle from here for this trio. All right, let's finish this off with going over the winners of EU, their actual kin stats. Let's start off with the underrated go of Panzer. He got 43 elims, 11,517 damage, and a 2.7 damage ratio. So an absolutely insane performance from Panzer. Let's move on to the second fragger now of Mongrel, and he got 35 elims, 10,100 damage, and a 2.88 damage ratio. If you guys haven't heard me say it already, anything over a 2.0 damage ratio is considered very good. So both of them being over a 2.0 is absolutely insane, but wait until you see MrSavage's stats, because these are honestly some of the craziest stats that I've seen in a while. MrSavage got 35 elims, so he had 12,990 damage and a 4.1 damage ratio. A 4 damage ratio trio is literally like some of the like top of the top in Fortnite. MrSavage is very primed up right now, and this trio looks so good. I cannot wait to see how they perform in the finals. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we are trying to hit 90,000 subscribers by the end of December. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more. YouTube says don't enjoy one of these two videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Follow me on my Twitter at KDOG to keep up to date with everything to do with Fortnite competitive. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.